Crowz was a shooter game that could best be described as a mix of Battlefield and PUBG. The game could be played in the third and first person mode, similar to PUBG, Ring of Elysium or Super People, and featured a conquest mode in which players had to capture and hold points, similar to Battlefield or World War III. The other game mode was a Battle Royale inspired extraction mode. The game modes were probably more similar to Battlefield and the gameplay more similar to PUBG. Crowz had two big flaws. For one, it lacked a clear identity of its own. There wasn't a single unique or truly characteristic element in the game which you could point out. I don't think every game needs to be entirely unique or bring something new to the genre, but Crowz had a hard time convincing players to prefer it over the competition. If you wanted to play a really good conquest game, then you could play Battlefield or World War III. If you wanted to play Battle Royale with gameplay similar to Crowz, you could go for PUBG, H1Z1 or Elysium instead. Crowz also suffered from a lack of content. There were simply less maps and modes in the game than the competition had to offer. This is probably also why Crowz struggled with player numbers. In 2023 I could only find matches on the weekend and only in the Blood Zone mode, which is the conquest inspired mode. The shutdown of the game on the 29th of August 2023 therefore seemed nearly inevitable. The other big flaw of Crowz was probably the optimization and perhaps the launch state of the game. The game didn't run particularly well for me, even in the lowest setting, especially towards the start of matches, which might also be based on my PC hardware, but I've also heard of many other players with much stronger PCs complaining about the lack of optimization and performances varying so much between different matches. Crowz didn't help itself by launching in a pretty buggy state. Some users even compared the launch version to the problems that Battlefield 2042 had. I do think it launched in a bit better state, but Battlefield offers much more content and has significantly improved over the last 2 years. Crowz, in my opinion, just couldn't keep up and therefore lost the majority of its player base. Crowz was not a bad game, but it didn't do anything excellent either. I can't point out too many major flaws with the game, but I struggle to identify any real strengths, which could have motivated players to pick this game up. The gameplay in Crowz was fun for a few matches, but after that players were likely to either move on to a completely new game or return to the classics. Crowz gets 6.5 out of 10 from me. In this sense, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.